Hi there, hello everyone, this is Bruno from Plant-Based Ethos. As usual, just out here in nature recording another video. Today's video, the topic, I want to compare which is more sustainable. I want to compare fruit to meat. I was reading an article the other day that talks about this. I was inspired to make a video and to come and share my thoughts, my opinion about this. Of course, I'm headed more towards fruit. I've been following a raw vegan diet for the past 5 years, mainly focused on fruit. It's the basis of my diet. So, of course, I'm going to talk about more in the favor of fruit. But if you think really, if you use common sense, fruit is not only more sustainable, but it's also more ethical, and it's a karma-free diet, like some people might call it. And why is this? Because with fruit, when it's ripe, of course you don't want to eat unripe fruit, which can be very acidic and bad for your digestive tract. But when you consume fruit when it's ripe, it wants to be eaten. You disperse the seed in other places, all types of fruit, of course. And after that, it will grow a new tree and will provide more food. As you see, it's a perfect cycle of nature. And it's a karma-free diet because in this sense, this plant, in this case the fruit, wants to be eaten. Other plants, not so much. Some plants might be toxic and they protect themselves because they can't reproduce in a way that fruit can. The same goes to animals, okay? In the wild, some animals eat other animals and kill other animals for food. But if we think about our species, when we go towards a very omnivorous or even carnivorous diet, it's a big mistake because we are more similar to primates, chimps and bonobos. Our DNA, our digestive tract, it's very similar to these species, and they base their diet around fruit. If ripe fruit, especially figs, they love figs. If this fruit is available, they'll eat mainly that, of course, and they'll eat other things, leafy greens, and animal foods for these species might be 1 to 3%, but it's not a lot. It's not a huge quantity. So. Yes, we are not the same, but we are very similar, and we love fruit. Fruit provides us vitamins, minerals, energy, and it's tasty, okay? I'm not saying in today's modern world it's almost impossible to survive only on fruit, okay? If you're buying conventional fruit, you need other things, but you can do it on a raw vegan diet. But just to focus your diet around meat is a big mistake. And especially the topic of the video is sustainability, okay? Fruit just grows on itself with the rainwater. You eat the fruit, the fruit disperses the seed, like I was saying. You have a new tree, so it's a perfect cycle. Regarding meat, you need to feed the cows, spend a lot of water, a lot of resources in order to have meat. Okay, so it's not sustainable at all. Now you might say, okay, but Bruno, if I eat only fruit, I will not be able to sustain my health. First thing, I'm not saying that you eat exclusively fruit, okay, if you want to follow a type of diet, but the main basis of your diet should be fruit. And when it comes to meat, yes, it's true that it has more nutrients concentrated in just a pound of beef, for instance, but our bodies don't want this concentrated nutrition, okay? Our bodies love simplicity, and like I was saying, if you look at our digestive system, we are very similar to bonobos, and they eat mainly fruit. I think we should focus our diet around this. 30 or 40 years ago, I was speaking with my family about this, and people used to eat meat once a week, 2 or 3 times a month, because it was very expensive. Not like today that you go to any supermarket and you can eat meat for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It makes no sense, not sustainable, okay? Because of the things I was saying. First, the cycle of nature, that the fruit it wants to be eaten. You disperse the seed and have more nutrients. And yes, it can be lower than meat, I know this, by calories, but you don't want that concentrated nutrition, okay? And if it was like the old days where people used to eat meat once in a while, things would be very different. But regarding how we live today in this modern society with so many people, we need to focus on sustainability, and fruit it's much better. The focus of the video and the article, the last point I wanted to talk about, is that when you think about it, by acre, okay, and have this in mind regarding the thing I was talking about. To grow fruit, you have the tree and you need water and it grows, okay? You don't need many things to grow organic fruit. On the other hand, meat, you need a lot of resources. This is the first thing, but having this in mind, fruit in general provides 16 more calories by acre than growing cows or cattle, okay? And regarding, it will vary from the different types of fruits, but regarding bananas, it's 27 times more calories by acre. So I think this point is very clear, to me at least. We are frugivores. Yes, I'm not saying eat only fruit and conventional bananas from the supermarket, because you will not thrive long term. You don't have enough nutrition. Some people would say, oh, organic doesn't matter, just conventional apples and bananas all day. And after a few months, you're gonna notice it's impossible. You need the nutrition that is not present because we are not in a natural environment these days. Okay, we're not in nature, living in nature, exposed to these things. So you need to hack a little bit. Of course, take B12, focus on the greens, other things, some nuts and seeds. Some people might do better if they want to include simple cooked foods. That's fine. I'm just saying what works for me. If people were to consume animal products once or twice a month, I think that would be enough to sustain. Of course, you don't need it. You don't need to do it. But if you want to do it just once or twice a month, it would be enough and more sustainable. Now, every day, and when you compare this, eating fruit or meat, for me, it's quite clear, okay? That's the three main points that come to my mind, and reading the article, and I come to this conclusion. The first one is our natural diet. We shouldn't be focusing our nutrition exclusively on meat. This is a big mistake, okay? The second one, resources. To grow and to have animal products and animal foods, we need a lot of resources compared to fruits and vegetables. And also the last thing is the amount of calories and nutrition. Okay, fruit can provide a lot more by acre with less resources. So it's quite clear, no debate here. I think fruit wins big time. Like I was mentioning, very important. But when you compare bananas to meat, it has a lot of nutrition. Like I was saying, we don't want that concentrated nutrition. It's a big mistake. If you want to eat meat once in a while, I don't think you're going to die. You can be very healthy. Some of the longest living cultures consume animal products, okay, and animal foods. But it's a minority of their diet. They base their diet on whole foods, legumes, grains, fruits, and all of these things. So just wanted to share this today. I'll try to leave the link in the description so you can read it, and I'll try to find more information regarding this. Share your opinion below. I understand that a raw vegan diet can be very difficult, very hard to sustain depending on where you are. You have to be really committed, in my opinion. It's not easy, despite what some people might tell you. But it's totally worth it. For me, I love how I feel, focus my diet around fruit. To thrive long term, try to do some little hacks, consume a lot of greens, a lot of other things that can help me to boost my nutrition, because fruit and not being in a natural environment, on the long term, you might lack some nutrients, in my perspective. But our diet should be always around fruit. I just wanted to share this. Remember to keep it simple, keep it vegan, raw whenever you can. Take care. Bye.